Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at Avalanche, seeing what's going on. We can see this fib level here looking pretty solid, about 34.50. We've got to double test that level at 0.5 Fibonacci. I would say though, the more often you test a support or resistance level, more likely it is to break. So we do got to double check and make sure that this is even going to hold. Keep in mind, Bitcoin's on on a tear. It ramped up to 43.5 all the way down to 42.5, and just kind of it's being a pain in the butt. But the easy way to understand it though is dollar index is up and traditional markets are generally down, so it's kind of following suit here, right? Just a little bit more exaggerated. So that kind of being said, keep that in the back of your mind here when we're looking at this, because you need to recognize that a lot of these knee-jerk reactions are from Bitcoin selling off. Okay, so please recognize this coin could very well be a lot stronger than it looks, but it also could be weaker than it looks too. So we want to see if there's a correlation and just kind of understand that general connection. So if you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. Thanks again for joining me here. We got an awesome group over here in our Discord. Please check that out if you haven't yet already. Make sure you check out our Premium Plus group too. We got some nice profits from Solana, Chainlink there, BNB, Cardano, ETH, Matic. Hitting all sorts of profit targets there. It's pretty awesome there. And again, we took some larger profit from Chainlink swing trades, 46% and 72% there in about 5 days for that trade. So cool stuff. Thanks again for the congrats. I get a lot of positive feedback here recently. Appreciate my community. You're awesome. I do it for you, and I promise that I always look for good opportunities. And honestly, right now, opportunities are a little less consistent because the market's been so freaking stupid. No other way to describe it, with these aggressive candle wicks and candlesticks, that we're seeing a lot of liquidation occur. Now, we don't get liquidated because we use low leverage, low position sizing, right? That's part of our strategy to avoid getting destroyed by the market. But you got to recognize that's just, no matter how you look at it, the market is filled with unique situations, to say the least. Okay, let me explain what I mean by that. Take a look at the monthly here. First of all, we can see a heavy liquidation level is about $38. Okay, that's the most amount of concentration we can see here, which are basically shorts at 38 for this coin. All the more reason to just be kind of respectful of that level. If you have liquidation above that or a stop loss at that point, just know that could be a target. Okay. We look at the 7-day look back here. Same thing as well. 37.75 here to 38. Okay. Again, heavy accumulation just above this most recent liquidation level at 37.60. So what does that mean for us here? What does that mean? The price is just going to shoot straight up? No, definitely doesn't mean that. It just implies if we get closer to that level, it's much more likely to get swept. Okay, so if the price can get into like the $36 range, solid chance we're going to be able to see that. We did, however, get rejected by 36 here recently, which just occurred because Bitcoin sold off. Okay, so let's talk about that. Daily time frame, work our way down and kind of see how that works. So first of all, AVAX has done fairly well for itself in the last couple of weeks, even though I know ever since Bitcoin ETF that the price has pretty much been pulling back, or just in general since Christmas, which is common time for the price to pull back. It's been it's had a significant retracement, right? Somewhere upwards about 45%. So instead of $50 being the case, 25, 27 was the new low. Now at this point, is it going to continue to break higher? Well, we're seeing a similar correlation here between Bitcoin and other coins, where we got this definitive resistance level. In this case, 36.50 is that resistance level. For Bitcoin, it's 43,500 as a close approximate. So in that sense, what that means for us here is until we can get above that level and actually truly close above that level, we're not going to be in a situation where we're like totally like confirming bullish behavior, right? So even though we've had a lot of nice positive stuff here, we can see this obvious line in the sand here. The price is like, nope, you're not going to get past that. The bears are protecting that very hard. So again, a lot of that's concurrent with Bitcoin's resistance too, okay? Not to say these two coins are exactly correlated, but they're very similar. Having said that, we look at the MACD. We're still converging, but it's losing its momentum. We can see that the traditional RSI is hanging out there right at about 50, which is still okay, by the way. It's not terrible, but it's above 50, below 70, still decent. I would not say by any stretch that's a phenomenal situation, but money flow index is high. It does imply that the price action should stick where it's at, roughly, because it's money is still flowing into this coin, okay, or has been for the last 14 days. We take a look at the stochastic RSI, however, this is where things are shifting a little bit more. We got our second divergence on stochastic RSI. That's usually a case in point where you want to kind of consider the price is going to come down more so than it's going to go up, okay? So again, to me, the more likely we are to we're more likely to break through this resistance because we keep testing it. But we also have this, moving average essentially letting us know that the price should and could come down further. Okay, so again, second stochastic swing tells us it wasn't successful and the price could pull back. But that's just kind of on the daily. So daily time frame looks slightly more bearish than bullish. Okay. In fact, let's quickly look at the moving averages on the daily too. I forgot to note this. The 50-day SMA is holding the price action in place for the moment, but we are over the 20. Okay. It's mostly positive, but still bearish no matter how you look at it. Being over the 50, I think, is a very important thing. Having said that, looking at the 4-hour here time frame, what we want to double check is a few things too, such as moving averages. We're kind of smack dab right in the middle of all. The 200-day SMA averaging itself out 34.50. So it kind of reaffirms the fact that closing above 34.50 today would be extremely important. Okay, hopefully we can have that. We take a look here at stochastic RSI. We are diverging once more here to the downside. We're below 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is low. These are all bearish signs, letting us know that we're on the wrong side of the tracks here. It does reaffirm that $36 right there in that volume profile range is likely a resistance level, and we need to respect that. Okay. Having said that, taking a look at the hourly, probably going to confirm more bearish behavior here based on the cloud likely being above us, which it is. And at this point here, conversion line, baseline are matching. However, lagging spans soon intersect with the price action in the next 6 hours. So if the price does go sideways here, that really implies that if you have a short position open, you want to consider closing it, and that we'd have that shift in momentum occurring. This is like kind of the early sign here, letting us know that the bears are, while they had control over the last 12 to 24 hours, they're losing that control and may not be able to continue to push the price action down because we're seeing a lot of support. So to me, 34.50 is still a strong support level. Until we close below that, we need to confirm that, or we need to kind of presume rather, that the price action may be more so range bound in this little, 34.50 upwards of $36. Okay, somewhere in that range. Again, it's a big somewhere because again, the cloud's always moving here for us. So generally speaking, in order for us to get confirmation on a long position, we'd want to be back over the cloud and have a closure at 35.50 or higher. So that would give me a little bit more confidence in taking it long. Right now, it seems very premature, especially with all the bearish behavior on the larger time frames. So to me, is it worth taking a long right now? No, definitely not. Is it worth taking a short? I don't think so either, just because Bitcoin is maintaining that level at 42,500. We close below 42.5, that could change the whole story and dynamic altogether. Again, a lot of this hinges on Bitcoin. Pay close attention to how Bitcoin is behaving, and you'll be a lot more successful. So good news is I cover Bitcoin daily. If you want to check that out, feel free to watch. Greatly appreciate you liking and subscribing to the video. If you haven't already, make sure you check out Bitunix too, phenomenal exchange, link down below. Significant rewards if you use my link to register. Main reason why we use them is there's no VPN or KYC required. So awesome stuff there. Phenomenal exchange in my personal opinion. Thanks again so much for joining me here. Hope you all have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.